Rifle in hand, Sally D takes out her virtual attackers one by one. Bang, bang, bang. She's methodical, with the precision of a surgeon. Now, there are a couple of things surprising about this. Number one, Sally D is not a soldier. She's a journalist, and this is only the second time she's ever handled a sniper rifle. Number two, the only other time she's handled the rifle, she screwed up. She jammed her rifle several times, and she got nervous and failed miserably. Now, the only difference between the first and the second run-through of the experiment was that the researchers put a helmet on her head. And number four, most amazingly, Sally D described the second run-through as a spiritual experience. The voice in her head finally shut up. There was nothing but silence. So, what did that helmet do? That helmet sent a current through Sally D's head designed to shut off the default mode network of her brain. Now, the default mode network is responsible for what your brain is doing when you're lost in thought, when you're not particularly focused on anything. It's responsible for your anxiety, your rumination, and your general unhappiness. However, it's not all bad. We have to thank the default mode network of the brain because it kept our ancestors alive on the African savanna when we had to constantly be scanning for threats. The problem is, this brain is maladapted to the modern world. Think about it this way. Our phones get updated with a new iOS every year, but our brains haven't been updated in thousands of years. We're using completely outdated operating systems. However, there is an answer. And it goes back to why they were trying to shut down the default mode network. And it comes down to a term called flow. Now, flow is a psychological term coined in the 90s by this guy, whose name I won't try to pronounce, to describe the optimal state of human consciousness, where you're 100% focused on the task at hand. Now, you guys have all entered flow before, you just don't know it. What's the state of, how have you felt when you're 100% focused on a task and you look at the clock and bang, an hour has passed and you have no idea where it went? That's flow. And it sounds almost too good to be true. It's when you're most creative, most productive. And the problem is, flow is very difficult to pin down. Ask the basketball player who is amazing on Monday and then can't buy a shot on Tuesday. The human mind is incredibly fickle. However, there's a solution, and it's not to wear that helmet all the time. I tried to buy one myself. It's not on Amazon. The answer is to meditate. Researchers have shown that meditation lowers the default mode network of the brain. Even when they're at rest, meditators have found a way to change the inputs in the brain. Now, this is amazing. This is the software update that our brains require. And this is how you're going to adapt yourself to the future, to the modern world. So, do you want to be a better artist, a better coder, more focused, more able to conquer the 21st century challenges? The answer is to meditate. And I wish you many hours in the flow state. Thank you.